Hi, this is Mr. Golden. Today is Saturday, which means that the classic market is closed, and all that remains for us is to work with the OTC market. I don't know if everyone, but most of you are definitely familiar with such a concept as the OTC market. This is an over-the-counter market, which is in fact, it is a market, and the charts, which are provided to us directly by the broker himself, are his initiative. So these graphs are not displayed anywhere else. That is, these are not schedules of central banks. These are not any direct effects on assets. These are just charts that you can also use. You can also earn from them, understanding in general their behavior and logic. Let's open the M15 time frame to look at the picture in general scale. What can we know about these markets and how can we understand them? The first thing we need to know is that usually in the vast majority, every asset, when it enters the phase of trend delivery of the price, meaning such as the short one here, or the one such as the long one here, does not show any solid pullbacks. I mean, it is quite normal for the OTC market not to fill inefficiencies, but simply to move towards the final target. Accordingly, I think it is clear how to work with it. We don't need to count on the price to show any kind of pullback at the moment. We just need to be able to define goals, like, for example, this oil, which acted as our sell site liquidity level, and in this movement, just choose the entry point. As we can see, we had a pullback in this movement, but it did not lead us to inefficiency, respectively. If we were to wait for the ineffectiveness test to enter the position, we would not be able to use this type of movement. So all you need to understand is where the price is now, how close it is to our key target that we define, and whether the position is still relevant at all. Okay, I believe that's clear. Let's open some other asset. Let's see. For example, the same classic euro, USD, only OTC market. Let's open an hourly time frame to understand how the price moves in general. As you can see, this is a classic representation of the OTC market. No padding inefficiencies here. Here we have already filled inefficiency. There are also some tests here. So everything is quite chaotic, but again, you have to reduce your system to a single one. Where is the price moving now, and what are its goals in general? As we can see, even in this case, the price is constantly moving in our long order flow, i.e. in a long trend. What does the latest short movement lead to? The last short movement leads us to this minimum and withdrawal of liquidity from this minimum. What did this minimum do? This low updated the previous high and gave a strong impulsive movement in longs. Accordingly, this minimum is a significant level of liquidity for us. Okay, after removing it, we got a reaction. Where can this reaction lead us? Correctly, this reaction can lead us to continue the long trend with the aim of updating the previous local maximum. Here it is, let's mark this. Or to the nearest problem area. For me, in this chart, the nearest problem area from the point of view of the hourly time frame will be this inefficiency, which should demonstrate either the support of the short side, or, on the contrary, the disability of the short movement, and after that you can consider long positions. However, on the hourly time frame, we only analyze the market, but definitely do not open a position. Let's go to the 15-minute chart and understand in general where the price is now. We understand that we are getting a strong long impulse, thereby changing the structure. It will be more clearly visible on M5. Here we change this structural maximum. After that, I think we can implement the position for 5 minutes from this point, and we will talk more, just so you understand how it works and how I use it. What do we have in this case? We have a reaction to the level. We have a change in our market structure. Let's tag this. Here the price changed this high. Impulsive candle. Let's mark this level with a red line. Price was aggressively changing our structure. Accordingly, after which we had a small setback. However, it did not test the inefficiency on the M5. Let's mark it. But as I already said, for the OTC market, it is an absolute norm not to fill their balance sheets, but simply to move towards the goal. Our goal, let me remind you, is the hourly fair value gap. I don't think we'll get to the target for sure within 5 minutes. However, this could be a good long move as I see a reaction to the level of inefficiency. Okay, the position is ongoing. All that remains for us is to wait. The only thing I want to talk to you about. On the OTC market, you should be able to correctly calculate your risk first of all, because it is clear that when trading the OTC market, we are more susceptible to a negative result due to the fact that we cannot accurately analyze the algorithm of price behavior. So, however, whether to use the full risk as you use classically or to cut it in half, it is your choice. I take full risk because I have been trading these markets for over 5 years, including OTC. I have been trading the classic market even more, for more than 7 years, or I can't even remember, maybe 8. Therefore, the expiration time is also important. I don't recommend entering positions for less than 5 minutes because there are very aggressive minute candles. Let's move on for a moment and you will see. Just look at the pulses of these candles. Here you are. You can even enter here, as if you have everything right with the direction. The point has been determined correctly, but this simply random short movement can take you out of position. Therefore, I recommend using a minimum 5-minute time frame to enter a position and a 5-minute expiration time. Okay, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Let's see how our position ends. Then we'll talk again. If you have any questions about this strategy, feel free to write to us on Telegram. We actively communicate there, discussing deals and sharing our experience. Okay guys, 10 seconds left before the position expires. As you can see, the position works just fine and is moving in the direction of the goal I described earlier. Let's wait for the position to complete. Ready, 2,760 earned in 5 minutes of work on the OTC market. What can we get from this video? As I have already repeated, I did not give you any exact model in this video or the exact entry point of how to make positions of this type in this market. However, I have described to you the logic of how you should approach the analysis of this market and what you should rely on when executing your positions. I hope the video was useful for you. See you soon. By the way, we also have a Telegram channel where you'll find a lot of valuable information regarding trading. Through this channel, we provide access to our tools, the Golden Bot powered by AI, which delivers 50 to 100 signals per day with an accuracy of approximately 80% plus. A VIP channel where you'll not only receive signals but also detailed analysis of each trade, along with exclusive educational materials. Additionally, we have a premium channel where our core team offers support to help individuals become independent, successful traders. If you prefer not to learn or trade yourself, you can join copy trading and automatically copy our trades. In general, you'll find useful content, and we regularly hold contests and tournaments for our most active subscribers. Subscribe to our Telegram channel, and we wish you good luck and profit.